With the increasing use of employment advertising on the internet and electronic job application processes, it is quite likely that you will be using an electronic medium with which to write a cover letter. There are 3 ways of sending letters by electronic medium. First, you can write the cover letter in the body of the email and attach your resume. Second, you can write a short email and attach your resume and cover letter as 2 separate documents. Thirdly, you can complete an online application form through a website. For the purposes of this workshop, we will be discussing the techniques required for writing your letter in the body of your email or completing an online application. If you are writing an email cover letter, it is even more important to be clear and concise in what you write. Generally, the reader will not want to work their way through large blocks of text to find out why you are writing and what you have to offer. This means you should aim to confine the content of your email into a single screen-sized page. The main differences between an email letter and a hard copy letter are as follows. They have shorter paragraphs to make them easier to read on screen. It's okay to use bullet points rather than putting everything into complete sentences. This should still mean that you can include your top 2 or 3 selling points. An electronic letter is more direct in style and tone. It gives the impression of being less formal, but does not mean that you can use less professional language or allow any mistakes. It is plainer looking. You do not include the recipient's full mailing address the way you would in a hard copy letter. You should also avoid using too much text formatting, as you cannot know whether the recipient will receive the email intact. For this reason, avoid using capital letters to emphasize words. The use of capitals is considered rude in emails as it gives the impression of yelling. The subject of the letter is included in the subject line of the email rather than in the actual body. You still need to state the position title and reference number. We will now go through the step-by-step process of writing an effective email cover letter. To begin with, make sure you type the correct email address. If you can, send your email directly to a person. Otherwise, simply follow the instructions provided by the employer. Check that your own personal email address does not seem silly or unprofessional, as the employer will see this when they receive your email. Type the position title and reference number in the subject line of the email. Begin your email with a greeting such as "Dear Mr. Smith." If you do not know the name of the person, just write "to whom it may concern." Simply follow the instructions as stated in the job advertisement. The first sentence always states the purpose of your email. For example, "Please consider my application for the above position as advertised on the Job Central website." Because an email cover letter is shorter and more concise, you need to be extremely selective about which skills and experiences you wish to emphasise to the employer. This makes up the main body of your letter and should be no more than 3 to 4 short sentences. Your last sentence should mention your attaching documents. These could include your resume, selection criteria, portfolio, application cover page, copies of qualifications or police clearances, etc. Some people choose to send all their attachments as PDFs, as this limits the chances of the files becoming corrupted if the receiver does not have the same program as you. It is useful to ensure your attachments also include your name in their title, so that they are not mistaken amongst other people's online applications. At the end of this, include a sentence that mentions you would be happy to attend an interview, and remind them of your contact details. End your email with yours sincerely and then type your name below. A final point to remember: it is never appropriate to use emoticons such as smiley faces in a professional email cover letter. I hope you enjoyed this video workshop. Please click on the link entitled Email Cover Letter Template to see a written example.